last topic for prepositions is the usage of prepositions in, on, and at. People often get confused in the use of prepositions in, on, and at because these prepositions can be used to indicate time, place, position, or location. So in this discussion, I'll be using this diagram, which is an inverted triangle, to discuss the usage of prepositions in, on, and at. As you notice, this inverted triangle shows the scope of each preposition. In is specific in scope, on is more specific in scope, and at is the most specific in scope. The first part in this discussion is the use of in, on, and at as prepositions of time. As prepositions of time, in is used in centuries, decades, years, months, weeks, days, holidays, seasons, periods of time, parts of the day, and length of time. So here are some examples. For centuries in the 19th century, for decades in the 1880s, for years in 2019, for months in January, for weeks in 3 weeks, days in 2 days, holidays in the Easter holiday, season in winter, periods of time in the future, parts of the day in the morning, and length of time in a year, in an hour, in 3 minutes. As a preposition of time, since on is more specific, it is usually about holidays with a day, dates, specific day, or day plus part of the day. Here are examples of the use of on as a preposition of time. For holidays with day, on Christmas Day, on Valentine's Day. For day, on Monday, on Sunday. For dates, on April 11, on December 25, 2019. On specific days, on my birthday. On days, part of the day. On Sunday morning, on Monday evening, and others on weekends, on weekdays, on holidays. As a preposition of time, at is the most specific, so it usually refers to hour with minutes, or time of the day. So here are some examples. For hours and hours with minutes, at 3 p.m., at 3 o'clock, at 3:30. For time of the day, at night, at noon, at midday, at bedtime, at midnight, at sunrise, and at sunset. So here is a summary of the use of prepositions in, on, at as preposition of time. So you will notice that in is specific, on is more specific, and at is the most specific preposition. The next part of our discussion is the use of in, on, and at as prepositions of place. As a preposition of place, in is used to refer to continents, countries, islands, provinces, cities, towns, and barangays. Examples for continents in Africa, in Asia, in South America. For countries in Philippines, in Japan, in France. For islands in Luzon, in Visayas, in Mindanao. For provinces in Pangasinan, in Rizal Province. For city in San Carlos City, in Quezon City. For town in Calasiao, in Malasiki, and Lingayen. And for barangays in Barangay Mamarlao, in Barangay Kalumpuyan. As a preposition preposition of place, on is usually used to refer to streets, avenues, boulevards, blocks, or spaces. Here are examples on the use of on as preposition of place. For streets, on Rizal Street, on Garcia Street. For avenues, on Bonifacio Avenue, on Fifth Avenue. For boulevards, on Quezon Boulevard, on Perez Boulevard. And for block and face, on Block 3, on Phase 3. As a preposition of place, at is the most specific, which refers to an exact address with the house number. As a preposition of place, at usually refers to exact address with house number. For example, at number 106 Rizal Street, San Carlos City, and at number 55 Mamarlao, San Carlos City, Pangasinan, Philippines. As a summary in preposition of place, in is used to refer to continents, countries, islands, provinces, cities, towns, and barangays, whereas on refers to streets, avenues, boulevards, block, and face, and at refers to an exact address with house number. We are now in the last topic, which is the use of in, on, at as prepositions of position and location. The preposition in usually means inside and close or within, and it usually refers to vehicles where you can stand, such as in a van, in a car, in a helicopter, and in a taxi. The preposition on means attached to a surface, example, on the wall, on the ceiling, on the table. And it is also used in vehicles where you can stand or not enclosed, such as on the bus, on a plane, on a train, on a kayak, on a bike, on a horse, on an elephant. And lastly, the preposition at means at a point near something, or meaning next to or near an object. It is also used to places where you stay, and you can be located inside or outside or near that place. Examples: at the library, at school, at door, at home, at work, at university, at college, at the cinema. So here's a summary of the use of prepositions in, on, and at as a preposition of position or location.